The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 has been hailed as the ultimate all-in-one recording device. But here's the test. Can it survive the windiest place on Earth? I'm really sorry that you have to see my face for even a few seconds in this video, but before we get back to the beautiful views, a couple of things to note. In this video, we're talking about 5 things that you should know after me having owned this powerhouse for over a year. And more importantly, everything you see in this video, everything that's filmed in Patagonia, has been filmed entirely on the Osmo Pocket 3. No drones, no full frame footage from my other cameras, just pure, unadulterated Osmo Pocket 3. The first thing is how easy it is to use. This little guy, or gal, is so convenient. It was always in my pocket, even when I was asleep in a freezing cold tent. Okay, maybe not literally in my pocket, but it's so compact and it's hardier than it looks. You know, I haven't handled this with care, but it held up. In fact, on this trip, I really had this fantastic idea of comparing the Osmo Pocket 3 with the iPhone. And if you haven't seen a million of those videos, but in reality, it was never a competition. My hands always went for the Osmo Pocket 3. When I needed to film something, it was the Osmo Pocket 3. Now, photos is a different question and maybe a video. If you want to see a comparison, another comparison, then leave a comment and maybe I'll make a little video about why I feel this is triumphant in every way when you're filming videos. But following on from that, number 2 is again how easy it is to use, but not for you, but for your friends. Have you ever tried handing a bulky DSLR, I don't have one, but a bulky DSLR and a lens to your friends, and they all of a sudden become professional photographers and videographers? They think they know what they're doing with it, and all I want them to do is hold it and film me. And with this little guy, I just tell them to hold it and walk and film me. And it's much easier than it is with a professional setup. It is easy for others to follow your directions when the tool itself is so simple and doesn't have so many buttons and is easy to hold. So number 2 is kind of the same as 1, I know, but honestly, if you or your friends are pretty dim-witted, which they could be, right? It's possible that they are, and they don't know a lot about cameras, it's great. Shall we talk about the video quality? Everything you've seen right now, and are going to see in this video, is all directly straight out this. No editing, just press the record button, it records it, and that's what you're seeing. Now, there is just one golden rule that I followed, which is to keep the shutter speed double the frame rate. So in this case, 2425 means it's 4850, 1/50th of a second of the shutter speed. And it's fantastic at having this auto ISO setting, so it will try and keep it will keep the shutter speed at 1/50th, and it will adjust the ISO to make sure that the exposure for the scene is working. So that's what you're seeing. But you know, not everything is good in terms of the video footage. It's a great little sensor, but that's what it is. It's a little sensor, and it really shows how little it is under 2 specific scenarios, right? The first one is I love using the 2x zoom. It is a beautiful feature. I love that I can just whoop, and it goes 2x. But it is a digital zoom, and that ruins the footage. It's not great. And the second is it sucks. It really sucks in low light. And I mean, it's bad. And again, don't tell me to switch to night mode so that it can figure out that, oh, I'm filming in night mode and it's going to do its thing. My iPhone doesn't need to be put in night mode. It knows that it's dark and it adjusts accordingly. They could make some updates maybe in the next Pocket 4 where I don't need to go into another mode to do night videography. Just build it in. But yeah, it's not all great with the video footage. Sure, if it's beautiful light, perfect light, it works beautifully. But as soon as you tone down the lightness, which in the UK after 2 o'clock is fucking miserable, it's going to struggle a little. Should we talk about ND filters? Because I really have a love-hate relationship with the ND filters on the Osmo Pocket. On one hand, I love how easily they just clip on. Like that. But on the other, I hate how easily they just come off. I've had instances on this trip where it's just fallen off and I'm like, oh shit, I've lost another one. Fortunately, it was in my pocket, but it does fall off quite easily if you're just holding this as it is. And remember, it's pretty hardy. You don't need to put it in a box, which a lot of people talk about. But that is a problem. But the other side of this is that the ND filters are essential. I used them throughout the entire trip, and without them, my footage would have looked pretty blocky and not very nice, I don't think. So if there is one accessory that I would recommend everyone gets, it is an ND filter. It's the only accessory I think people should get. And here's a part of the video where people will stop what they're talking about and talk about their sponsor or the ND filter that's sponsoring the video and how much money they've made from it. Are you ready? Buy whichever ND filter you want. They're all the same. They're all the same and they all come from the same place in China. Sure, the Amazon gurus will charge you different amounts for different brands, but if you're enjoying this video, just go and buy whichever one you want. But leave a like, leave a comment, and if you really like this video, like if you love the video, then you can support me on Patreon. But no sponsors. So there you have it. The Osmo Pocket 3 is easy to use, it's hardier than it looks, and its fantastic video quality can make beautiful places look beautiful. Is the Osmo Pocket 3 worth it after a year? I think so. I think it's a pretty cool little kit which always goes with me everywhere I go. I don't necessarily always need the full frame camera, although I do take it. And now if your job involves you doing something professionally for your clients, then of course you're not going to get rid of your full frame camera because it's the best. But if you're just an average user, like 99% of the internet, and you just want to film something reasonably average, easily, you can't go wrong with this. And that is the Osmo Pocket 3. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Oh, I can do it this way. Welcome to Torres del Paine.